We're all here.
You.
Hey,
Here we go. Good evening.
Hey, James,
Made
how's
it
it
through another
going?
week.
There's that.
What's up, Shane?
Shane said he's first. He
Yeah.
always
I think James beat him.
He's first at a lot of things.
With that bright orange shirt, I had to like bust in like Kool-Aid, you know.
right.
There
Hey,
she
Mike.
is.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, I made it.
What's going on, Jamie?
Double dipping.
Hello.
What's up, Pat?
What's up, Patrick?
Macomorphs.
So we were just talking about the show here locally, and I actually picked up something really cool today. I'll show you guys. I already showed Jamie. So I have a gargoyle gecko, little 3D printed. But look at the back of it. Oh, hang on here.
Oh, wow. Is that a magnet? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty sweet.
And it's
That's
big, and that's it. There, man, it goes on. So you have to put it on the glass, and then you have to slide the magnets up because the magnet is that strong.
Oh yeah, they'll break the glass.
Yeah.
That's wild. I've seen feeders like that. Is that like a perch or is that a feeder and stuff?
A perch. Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So I hit Jamie up. I was like, oh, looky here. You make some of these.
Too many ideas.
Sorry.
I know.
So little time.
I know that the guy who makes those, the Racky Tacky guy, like you can get in his Patreon for like I think $10 a month and get all of his files to make all that stuff. Like he's got one of the best ones. He's got all kinds of designs that no one else has. He's got them all copyrighted and stuff. Like
Did you hear that, Jamie?
he doesn't even go to shows anymore. He freaking just makes all of his money off of selling his designs in his Patreon, and then the people just pay to print his designs.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That is cool.
I know it sucks. He won't make me anything anymore because he's like, man, he's like, I started doing the Patreon. He's like, I thought the shows kept me busy every weekend. He's like, now the Patreon. He's like, I spend all my time designing new freaking 3D toys. He's like, I don't have time to do shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Good problem to
I
have.
was trying to get him to do some purchase for my carpets and stuff. It's like there's never, at least here, there's never anybody at the shows that has any like 3D printed purchases and stuff. You know, like and there's several of us who want them for like our 40 series tubs and stuff like that. Some of the nice ones, you got to order them on Etsy or something. And on Etsy, they're like 2 or 3 times the price. People always really charge them up because they got to ship them.
The hell is that? Oh, hides?
Those are my hides. Yeah.
These are hides I got from Jamie.
Nice.
I like mine better. Mine
I don't know how they go together, though. I can't figure it out. How do they go together?
No, you're serious or not?
Everybody looked at me. Thought I was serious.
Now, Jamie made mine like to fit perfectly in the tub, perfect height, and my logo on them.
The 50-40.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, there goes his cat. Oh, no.
Oh no!
Hey, whoa,
Man,
easy.
I'm
Put that
telling
away,
Oh, was
bro.
it going for my butt?
It
Yeah.
was. It's right for the crack.
It was thinking like me.
It's crack day.
No, it would have went to my feet.
Put them up on solo layout.
Oh, I like all of you, big boy.
Man,
Okay, we're driving to Tinley together. Anybody want a road trip with us?
What? You got? Wait. Have you been
Me and
to
Sorrentino, we're road tripping to Tinley.
Oh,
Well, I know-
man.
Chris? I know you've been. Chris? Have you been?
Me?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, buddy. Who,
Yeah, it's gonna be a man's weekend. No kids, no wife. Woo!
who else is going to Tinley in October?
Anybody?
Just
I'll be set up there for Husbandry Pro again in the lobby.
You might go.
Nice.
buddy. I got a table. I got a table for Tinley.
Oh, all right. You gonna take rodents too?
Hell no. Oh, hell no. Come on.
What do you say?
I have no ass, dude. I have no ass. I need to do them squats. I gotta start getting my squats in.
Yeah.
October 11th and 12th, Patrick. Tinley bound. You
Oh,
come
you're
down,
Oh,
meet
Mike,
us.
that'd be good.
Yeah, why don't Mike pop on?
Yeah.
Pop
Is,
on.
is he feel bad? Is he doing good in the home and like getting better or what?
I think the recovery's been, well, I know it's been hard on him. It's been,
Oh.
he went through a
Yeah.
lot,
Hell yeah.
but he doesn't post too much about it, doesn't speak too much about it. So one day he'll pop on, I hope. Surprise us all.
When he's ready.
Oh, he's home. There's Bobby.
Hey, hope everyone has a
Didn't work. Well, you just,
Always got
Holly's
Bobby
got
with
him
walk
working.
around with a bunch of
Man.
Poor Bobby.
Look at that.
Poor Bobby.
What a slave.
Oh my god.
Hey, we had to split. Well, we had a fun weekend. We went to the lake yesterday. We both used our new fishing poles. He got me one for Father's Day, and then Casey and I got him one for Father's Day. Well, we get out there. I throw my line out, and I'm like, "Okay, Bobby." I was reeling it up. I was like, or I asked him to throw mine out, and he reeled it up, and it was caught. We had to break the line. I was like, "Don't even worry about it." My daughter and I was out kayaking. We were having fun. It was a good day yesterday, but then, yeah, everybody got sunburnt because we're super white folks.
So wait, you get a Father's Day and he gets a Father's Day?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, I was
He
this
gets
close to
a-
selling this.
I want a Mother's Day too then.
Well, I've heard people call you a mother before. You can get one.
Oh.
Man, I was this close to selling this snake today. This dude had this $700 snake. It was like some nice stranger combo, and he's like, "Oh man!" And I was all like, Father's Day's right around the corner, And he was all like, "It is," and his wife's like, "Oh," and he's all like, "Come on, baby," and she's like, "Wait a minute. Fuck you. You didn't get me shit for Mother's Day." I just walked off, and he just looks at me, and he looks at her, and I was like, "Give me the snake. Fuck yourself."
That's why Mother's Day comes first.
That's
You got to
tough.
make Mother's
That's
Day
a
count, or
rookie
you're gonna have a
mistake.
shit Father's Day.
That's
I mean,
okay.
they did
That's
it right.
right.
They did it. It's like right there, back to back. Like, I mean,
He's like,
I
I
always make
deserve
sure
that.
like, you got to do it up for Mother's Day. Father's Day's coming.
That's right. They're close enough to where she can't forget if you didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Hey, Tara.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a good weekend though. But yeah, so today we had to split up work. I had to do dishes, clean house. My daughter helped with the rats. Then I sent her to the store, grocery shopping while I finished laundry. Well, like ever since I got back from the cruise, I haven't caught up on my stuff. So
That's
I
the thing.
finally got caught up today. Yeah,
Nice.
Good.
Too much fun will do that.
yeah.
Problem with vacations. I don't know.
Hmm.
Welcome to
Yeah,
road breeding. There's no more vacations for you, buddy.
Brother, I know. It's a
You're in
problem.
the rodent trap, my friend.
Yeah.
Bad. Dude, speaking of, I had a nuts day today. I literally had my whole family at the shop. It was my brother, my mom showed up, which was a one-time occurrence. It never happened before. But it was like me, my dad, my grandpa, my brother, my mom, all at the building today, like doing shit. It was pretty.
Nice.
Mm.
Jake
That's
and
fun.
Grandpa built a rack in the back. Me and Dad were cleaning shit, and then my mom was putting shit down and freezing it. So a lot of mice put down.
What do you if you don't mind me
Yeah.
asking, what
Y'all
what
got
do
to
you-
tell me how it works out. Those of y'all who like work with your spouses, because like I'm my employee just put in her 2 weeks notice. She got a new awesome job. That's great. And I was about to, I was talking to my wife. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to find somebody new. And she just looked at me and she's like, no. I was like, what do you mean now? Like I run the business. That's how I see fit. You mean I'm buying it? I'm getting a new employee. And she's all like, you give her what, like $500 a month? I was like, yeah. And she's all like, I want that money. And I was like,
Yeah.
I need an employee. She's all like, yeah, you're going to hire me. I'm doing it now. So my wife is my new employee starting next
Oh,
Well, that's how it's gonna
Yeah.
go. She just hired herself. That's how it's gonna go.
yeah.
Bossy
I'm doing
employee.
the work myself now.
Well,
That's great.
My wife is my boss. So I don't know how you got your wife to be your employee, because I just do what my wife tells me to do, or she'll cut me.
That's the problem. She's not the employee. She just took over.
set the bar high? Set the bar high.
No, my wife's good. She does the rodents. I hate rodents.
Well, my thing is, I was like, you know what?
I lucked out. My
She'll
wife
actually
stays out of my
be there.
business.
I can do the work if she's there cracking the whip.
What's that?
I said I can do the work if she's there cracking the whip. It's like you put me in the snake building by myself to do the
Forget
work.
it.
I'm going to do every fucking thing but the work. Everything but whatever I'm supposed to do there is what is not getting done today.
Look how pretty this carpet is. Oh, look at them all.
No, my wife's good at asking.
Let me look
My wife's
Squirrel.
good at asking me questions and make me doubt myself.
Mm.
She asked me a question about snakes, and I'll be like, "What do you mean? Shouldn't I be doing it this way? Why not?" She's like, "Well, it just doesn't seem right." I'm like, "Son of a bitch!"
How them,
I gotta
how them
go
dwarfs,
double check.
how them dwarfs doing? How them girls doing? Travis, them dwarfs, how they doing?
They're doing good, actually. They're
Nice,
growing.
putting on weight, shedding good.
Yeah, I just weighed them today. Actually, I haven't put the. I was going to do a little post, but I'm Instagram retarded, so the video wouldn't load.
That's just called
Just
old.
Instagram?
Yeah, just Instagram retarded. I haven't tried Facebook or YouTube, so I don't know if I'm retarded in those areas yet. Probably.
Got it. Probably.
But no, we're at 188 grams and 146 grams, so
Very nice.
they're both eating. Those things they're a hoot, man.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't even act like pythons. I've got them in 70 series tubs with a whole bunch of junk in there for them to play on.
Oh wow.
Because when I had them in quarantine, they were all over the place. Like they acted like they couldn't stand being in a smaller tub. So they love it in there, and they act like colubrids. I open the tub up, and they immediately they're like, "Let's go!" They come out,
Right.
they're checking stuff out.
Berms
So-
are built different, man.
I want a berm.
Oh yeah, these guys they're definitely predators for sure. You mean business?
They,
They're doing
not
good.
too scared. They're very curious.
Can y'all hear me?
What's that?
Now we can.
I'm just worried if I gotta go pee in the sink.
I'll have to pull a Danny.
I can't even do it.
Doesn't turn far enough.
You know, I built the new facility and I was like, I'm not doing these shop sinks. These shop sinks are bullshit. Like, I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm raising this bitch. So my shop sink is like extra long legs. I bought special legs for it that are longer. I've got them lifted up even higher.
You can't reach
in
it.
the
So what,
building.
you got
Like,
tippy
man,
toe?
Yeah,
I gotta piss so bad. And I run over there. I'm like, I can't reach anymore.
I need a
Oh, my
stool.
God. That is nasty, y'all. That is very nasty.
And then like you're already committed. So it's like, water jug. Where's the water jug?
Choke it off. Choke it off.
I know.
Mike wants to see my butt cleavage.
Oh man. Tyler, what do you use to put down your
Go back and
rodents?
watch the beginning. You'll see it.
I usually use my
CO2.
hands.
Okay.
CO2.
Do you use like the dry ice method and like get the evaporation, or do you get it like in the bottom in the
is-
containers?
Way too much work. No.
Yeah.
Get the containers and
Yeah. Okay.
let them go.
Yeah, I run the
I'm
same thing, but I
telling
use nitrogen.
If you set up a death chamber one time, it's like, 20 minutes of arts and crafts, and it's just so nice. You just go get the little pony keg, your little regulator, and I just know I crank it to 10% for 10 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, I got a couple death chambers and a couple bottles that.
I love this terminology.
What,
Yeah.
death chambers?
Carl calls
I
it
got a
the
couple
showers.
gas
I like to call it Hotel California.
Probably better than gas chamber. That might get flagged.
Yeah, gas chamber would not be a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike, you did.
I mooned everyone on here. Oh, thanks.
So, Chris, are you gonna get the get out of jail card to go to Tinley since you're gonna have a basically newborn baby?
Well, yeah. Tinley is a definite because I'm vending, so we got it.
okay.
That's gotta go. Yeah, I'm missing Daytona. That's the one I cannot get my jail out of. I have to
Bob's
get it
show,
free
right?
outside. Yeah, I would just go
I
down
canceled
and
Daytona
party.
this year too.
Ah, man, I love Daytona. Man, I love Florida Beach.
Chris, are you vending with Adam, or did you get your own table?
No, I'll be back in the corner with Adam. I'll just have one display, and I'll just bring like locality boas, hopefully some Argentines, and just like bulls and pines. I won't bring any ball pythons unless I get something that like just really wow.
What's your line of Argentines? Are you more of the pink line or?
I right now this year I'm breeding just straight T positives.
Oh, T
So
positive,
the-
good.
Yeah, they'll all be T positives, and then I have a normal male that's I think he's 66% head T positive or 100%, one of them two. I'll use him next year if my female wants to go because I'd like to have normals as well. Because a lot of people like that dark color of the true
beautiful.
Argentines. Oh, they are remarkably beautiful, and but they're more of like the black and white line. I don't have any of the Max Pink stuff. But I am looking for there's a couple Motleys online right now, but they're 50% head T positive. And like I'm just I don't know if I want to pull the trigger. I feel like I have to buy two at least, if you know what I mean. 50%, you're really rolling a dice on that. And I really want to get Motley into my T positive line. So that's where I'm heading with that.
Yeah, the Motley stuff, man. Freaking Amos just picked up one the other day from Adam Chelsea. I was over there whenever he got his shipment in, and it was a blood T positive Motley, and that thing was insane.
Oh wow.
Hey,
Central
John.
American.
Oh yeah, he buys way nicer snakes than I can. I'm like, let me touch it. Come here, let me touch it.
He got that from another breeder, I assume, right? He didn't import that thing.
No, he got it from Adam Chesley.
Oh, okay, Chelsea. Yeah, gotcha. So that's like a mix. So that's like your Motley is. I'm not sure where the Motley came out of. It might be Central American blood, and then there's a T positive Central American, and then with each locality, there's certain genes that will reside in those, but a lot of your Colombian stuff, I mean, you guys know it's all kinds of crazy stuff, and then when you mix them, it just makes wild looking mutts.
Yeah, you got any Sonoran stuff?
I just have a pet. I have a super hypo leopard Sonoran male. That's just like a pet. Like I'm just gonna put him on display.
Nice.
He is so pretty. The reds and the pinks and the oranges. Like I'm gonna start posting him a little bit more once I get him out of a rack. But he's been quarantined for a couple months from a collection or from a friend that I got. And I'm like, I can't sell this thing. I gotta keep this guy. Like,
Dude, that's one of my favorite snakes. I got a really nice hypo leopard, 66% het T positive female, and like she's one of my favorites. She's just pink, like the belly is just completely salmon color pink. At 2.5 years, she's still pink and red and just so nice. But black mask, but the rest of it's just nice red. Like I love it.
Yeah, and then they throw the blood in that, and that just is even more intense.
I know I'm hearing like years of projects in my head.
Yep.
You just got to make me a nice fucking Argentine. All right. Please.
She's looking good. Everything's looking good so far. So I was just checking on her tonight again. I just picked up a small collection, so that was a whole debacle in itself.
How the scrubs doing?
They're doing okay. The female's acting weird, which is cool. I'd rather see that than her just be ferociously eating. She went through a shed cycle, and then she was on the heat for a couple of days. Now she's back in the hive, but she refused food. So I'm not sure what that means. I still think she's a little small, but I have no idea how old she is with long-term captives, man. I don't know. She could be an 8-year-old, 10-year-old snake, but just be the size of a 4-year-old in captivity. You know what I mean? Just from being wild caught and going through. I don't know how many hands she went through before me. They might not have fed her well. You don't.
Shoved food down it, or they could have starved it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, what was in the collection you picked up? Just on different stuff.
Tonight it was like 50 ball pythons, 3 green trees, an emerald tree boa, and a pair of jungle carpets.
Is that what you're talking to me about?
Yeah, I pretty much got it just for the carpets, the emerald and the green tree, and then the ball pythons. There's some cool things in there that I might hold on to, but I don't know. It's gonna take a while.
I was about to ask. I was like, tell me more about these carpets.
Yeah, well, they were a production from me and Jeremy's. The male came from my clutch with Jeremy, and the female came from his previous clutch. I forget exactly which ones, but
Oh, nice.
they should be available after a couple of weeks or so. I know the guy really that they came out of personally, and I know where the animals came from. I just want to keep them in my care for a little while and monitor them for a good amount of time before I can relinquish anything to anybody.
Did you get like the racks and everything?
Yeah, I got everything. I got the
At least
incubator. I got the
you have a
equipment.
quarantine, right?
Yeah, they're just there in their own room. Yep, I cleaned out a whole other side of the basement, like through 2 doors, and they're just in the corner quarantining. So let's see how it goes.
Nice.
It's always a challenge. You never know what you're getting yourself into, man. You know, it could be a good deal. It could be a fucking nightmare. But
Yeah.
I know the guy well, and, you know, I trusted everything. I knew where all the animals came from for the most part, the majority of them. So it was cool. And it was a scoop. You know, I got all the thermostats. I mean, I got thermostats coming out my butt if anybody needs thermostats.
Yeah, I'm going to hit you up.
Panels, man. If anybody needs any equipment, please hit me up, man. It's like pennies on the dollar. Like, pay shipping and take it.
Any good balls in the collection?
What's up?
What were the good balls you got in the collection?
I think he's got some het paint stuff in there. He's got some Mandarin calico stuff from Tony at Hardwired.
I might hit you up on that.
Definitely. Well, eventually I'll put together a master list. He's got some cool citrus hypo stuff that he picked up a while ago. It's like a different shade of hypo. It's really wild. So I might dig into that a little bit and see what kind of offspring he's got with that. So, but I got some gravid snakes. I got snakes that are going to ovulate. I got 3 clutches with the collection. Some babies that just hatched. Like everything. It was like, see you later, bye. Take it all.
Oh wow! All right, I didn't
All or
know
nothing.
that.
Redfoot tortoise, everything. Take it all.
Oh,
Redfoot. Are you keeping the redfoot?
Yeah, no, it's a Bolivian. It's one of the ones that get like 18 to 20 inches. It's one of the big bastards, but it's tiny now. I just have the regular cherry foot, so we'll probably make it available. It's doing really good at 8 tonight and everything, so keep it for a little while, and yeah, might be available.
So did you take wife and kids as well? Like the guy just won a new life?
Yeah, what didn't you take?
did you get his girlfriend?
No, I already got one of them.
Oh.
Offered to take some chickens or the dog, but he didn't want it.
Yo, Tyler, you can have a little rat shop tortoise. You know,
Dude, I know. I need.
dude, I'll tear him up. Get all the leaves.
That'd be pretty cool.
Hell yeah! I need a tortoise. I need a cat for the shop, and I need a dog.
Little terrier,
Dude, I would prefer a dog for the shop, but a dog is so much more work than a cat.
I've got some Great Danes I can bring to you.
Nope, not the right kind of dog.
You need something that'll get under the rack, not knock it
He's a
over.
ratter.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
yeah.
knock it over and get to him.
Dash hound.
You should have
Dash
taken
hound
Kansas
is
City.
delicious.
Little Jack Russell.
We went to the party at Josh's house, and freaking Jackie's sitting there fucking giving out mini jacks like they're fucking party gifts. Like, you get a mini jack, you get a mini jack. Like,
Dude,
Jesse came home with one. I'm like, he's like, it's gonna be our show dog. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, Adam
Everybody's
got
getting
one
man.
too.
Everybody's
I
getting
want
them.
one of his mini jacks for the shop, but it's like, that's a fun, dude. It's just a dog and a cat are just so much different compared to work level. I could leave the cat there forever, and it would just be all right. The dog,
So, hey, what's
And
up?
much more comparable to a snake.
yeah, dude. Like,
Food out.
yeah,
Traps are
Just
low
get 2
maintenance.
cats. Get 2 cats. Leave them in there.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I already got a million traps set up, which is,
How many escapees have you had?
Long-term escapees, 1, and not even that long-term. It was like a day and a half before I
Oh,
caught
that
it.
ain't shit, man. Dude, I chased one around for like 5 weeks. I was ready to burn my shed down, bro.
Dude, I had one loose in my house for like 8 months.
Oh, I remember that.
They drove me. Dude, that was a nightmare.
That is a nightmare.
I have one ASF that's still AWL. I don't know where the hell it is, and that was months ago. I know it's not dead because I can't smell it anywhere, and we've torn the house all apart. It's like it evaporated. It got abducted by aliens or something. I don't know.
Dude,
Yeah, I got a mouse that escaped and ended up inside of my subwoofer, like in my home theater.
Oh no!
Turn that shit up.
No, I was like shaking, and there was like skeleton remainings inside, and
Oh, he was dead. Good. I was gonna say, man, if he's alive, dude, just take it out and burn it. You'll save yourself so much of a headache. Buy yourself a new one.
dude,
I know you were in there going down.
yeah.
My best ratter was a Staffy, Staffordshire Bull Terrier. I'd recommend one of those, but she'd actually get in your rodents and kill your rodents in the racks, not just.
Hi, Miles.
Good
Well,
night.
there we go.
My Tegu 100% have figured out how to open the snake, the rack.
He disappeared.
He's gone. Gone.
It's that time.
Just like that.
Fifi can open rat racks in
Oh, they're smart.
in the reptile building. I don't have them
Here.
anymore, but she can open the snake tubs, It takes her a minute, but it's like, oh yeah, she can no longer just be left out in the snake building unsupervised. She will try to get herself a snack.
What kind of dog
Oh,
is
you just
Suzy?
missed
Yes.
Lincoln. The snake expert herself.
I like your videos, Lincoln.
Yes.
You outshine your dad for sure.
Yeah.
You're way better looking than your dad. Like,
Chris, me
I
too,
like
man.
that in respect.
That's
Yeah,
why
I'm
I
gonna get her
put
cutting
it
eggs this year.
Oh,
in
yeah.
a metal shed. So
Zach,
my
oh,
Lincoln
dad-
he was still nervous to cut him.
Dude, I haven't let I don't know. I don't let anyone else cut my eggs besides.
I don't either.
I haven't
on
yet.
on the split clutches I've done with Frank, he's cut like 1 or 2 eggs, but 90% of the eggs I don't know.
No, give it to me.
We got home from we didn't get home. I got to my facility and I was like unloading animals and everything, and I was checking on everything, getting ready to run out the door, and I had a clutch that pipped out and stuff, and I pulled them out and I was like, Jesse, look, some of them pipped, and he's like, oh, those are so nice, and I was like, you want to cut the rest of them? He's all like, yeah, and I was like, there's some scissors over there, and he's like, okay, he gets them, he turns around, and I was like, I bet you would, motherfucker, put that shit. Look at disappointment on his face. He's like, we don't do that around here.
You don't cut at all?
You don't cut any?
Not really. No, like, I
How
mean,
old is he?
you know, I let impatience get the better of me, usually at least 1 or 2 clutches a year. You know, like I'm like, first one pipped. You know, but like I don't, it's not that I'm against it. I just don't see any reason to do it. Like whenever I cut for the first 5 years, and all I ever did by cutting was let out stuff that wouldn't have made itself out, and I ended up having to cull. And since I quit cutting, I have never culled as another snake. And I've only thrown away, I think, 3 eggs. So I assume that those 3 probably were something I'd ended up cutting. Well, I mean, aside from one, ones that have just totally gone bad and like molded, halfway through. I've only ever had like 3 eggs that looked like the rest of them and just never hatched out. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not cutting that. There's something in there that needs to be assist fed or needs a pet home. And I'm nope.
Not today.
We're going to see what God says about this. He said it's going in the trash.
Yeah, Jesus, take the wheel.
I'll leave them in there. I'll leave them in there hella long though. Like I'll pull all the rest of them out. It'll be in there like day 72, and I'm like, well, it's because I looked on day 61, and this egg was gnarly, funky looking, and I just happened to not throw it away because I was just like, it was when I made the hide, and I was just like, and I was like. And I was leaving, and I didn't want to throw it in the trash and let it rot and funk all. I was like, well, I'll put it back in the tub in the incubator. At least it'll just be funked in the incubator. And I was going to get it when I came back from the show, and I freaking came back from the show, and I unpacked and everything, and I went and grabbed that tub, and I pulled the lid, and I wasn't even looking, and I went to sling it, and like you yeeted it in the trash to get all the stuff to come out of it, and I'm like mid yeet. And I see a snake out of the corner of my eye in the corner. I'm like, and I stopped. And it was like, it was the nanny pied. It was the one animal I was going for. I was like, I almost threw it away.
Oh man,
my God.
That's what's his name did to the first G-stripe monarch clown, right?
Yeah,
Not Byron. Who was it? Harbin, right?
What did he do?
What did he do?
He threw the egg away and pulled it back out of the trash, and that was like the triple or double he hit. That first one.
Really?
I know I heard something along those lines.
Yeah, the story was hilarious. He had like 2 eggs, one went bad, and he was like gonna throw them all out, but he like pulled it back out of the trash, and that like 1 egg he hatched was the triple, I think.
Yeah, it was triple at the triple hat, 1 good egg.
Insane story.
And he got off.
And the project was like a couple years old or something ridiculous.
Oh, it was
like
crap.
he is a triple visual.
That snake, until this day, it's top 5 favorite snake for me, dude. I fucking love it.
Okay, I'm gonna play the sponsor video real quick.
Hit it.
Zach's favorite video.
If you need to accelerate your breeding plans, use Charlie at Grey Rider Reptiles for fast and reliable shed testing services. His testing services offer both speed and accuracy, ensuring that you receive dependable results in a timely manner. As a valued customer, he is happy to offer you a 15% discount on your purchase. Visit www.shedtesting.com, and use code TEXOMA15 during checkout to take advantage of the offer. Limit of 2 users per customer.
Meet Sammy, a ball python breeder with a specialty in the pipe project. When you meet him, don't be shy to ask questions about his snakes, as he loves to share his knowledge and experience with others. He is a friendly and approachable guy who is always happy to chat with fellow reptile enthusiasts. Whether you are a seasoned snake breeder or just starting out, Sammy is the perfect person to connect with if you are interested in the pipe project. So keep a lookout for that hot pink shirt.
Python Suzy. He's been professionally fondling pythons since April 2024. Before that, it was just for fun. He has balls and golans, and soon he'll have dwarf Burmese pythons in his collection. He loves dark clowns, leopards, and long walks on the beach with sunsets. He thinks orange dream and blackhead are salt and pepper on a good steak. Hit him up. He'll talk about just about anything.
Good one.
Were we talking about dwarf berms whenever y'all said you just got some dwarfs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I want some dwarf. I want a dwarf berm.
You want a dwarf berm?
I do too.
You got them dwarf
You
berms?
guys all want? I'll hook you guys up in 5 or 6 years.
No.
Didn't you say that they were growing?
What's that?
Didn't you say that they're growing?
Yeah, they're growing. Oh,
Dwarves are not
supposedly.
supposed to grow, are they?
Say that again. Oh,
Dwarves
well,
are not supposed to grow.
so here is the thing with dwarf berms. When you talk about the difference between a dwarf berm and in like any of the mainland, besides the size, like how do you tell a hatchling progachai from just the mainland? They have a very specific pattern, right? It's very, very jumbled. A Burmese python naturally has kind of a blocks along the back, where the progachai, it's all jumbled completely. That's a good rule of thumb, but it's not a guarantee.
My ice cream.
You can find a lot of mainland berms now. They look just like a progachai. For example, Kate Fitzwallace from Keeper Kane. His wife's got a. Pay attention here, Zach. She put you up there because you're not paying attention. But he's got a jigsaw berm, and that pattern looks just like a progachai.
A jigsaw.
And the other thing is, so that's pattern. The progachai are supposed to be a lot more tawny colored versus olive, but they do get olive when they're adults. So that's supposed to be an indicator. But you can find plenty of hatchling mainlands that have the same exact color as the progachai. So at this point, in my opinion, it's all about who you trust to get the snake from, right? They came mainly from Bob Clark. There was another guy that helped import them. I can't remember his name, but he sold or gave away his snakes a long time ago, and he's been out of it. And they've only gone to like 3 guys in the United States. And
my buddy Michael
one of those guys,
last year.
I'm not going to give his name because it wasn't a good overall experience, but there's really only a few people that you can get them from that I think that you can trust that they're full progachai.
Are you gonna show
there's
it?
a lot out there that are 50%, 75%, and if you don't know the guy well, and I mean really well, you could end up with a hybrid and not know it. So I mean, I'm fairly certain that what I've got are full, but I'm going to wait and see. Obviously,
Travis,
it's not a 100% guarantee. They might get 6-7 feet long, which is standard for progachai, but they could still have a percentage that's mainland. So
do you have to feed them differently? Like,
I've never had a mainland berm, but these things will eat. I mean, they're ready eaters. I had to assist feed one because I got her. She was 8 months old and 86 grams. And I don't know if she'd ever taken a meal. Yeah, I mean, these snakes were half dead when I got them.
Snake. I can't believe
Soaked
it.
them, warmed them up. I mean, they weren't shipped as live animals. They were overnighted at Salt Lake City, 39 degrees in a tiny box with no heat, no nothing.
Disgusting.
So when I got them, I skin temped them. They were 61 degrees, but in my opinion, they were coming up from a colder temperature because they felt like ice, you know.
So if you want one from somebody who doesn't ship them like that, Michael Pinnell has some pures. He got some of the very first batch ever.
Yep. So unfortunately, he missed his clutch that he was hoping for.
Oh no, I'm so mad. Like, so by the time I got a hold of them and like they kind of came down just a little bit in price, like he only had one male left and he won't fucking sell it to me. He said maybe in the next clutch or two because he knows that I just want to fucking breed it to a ball python.
No.
He's like, no. He's like, I'm not selling you that snake. I was like, no, you're just gonna breed it to a ball python.
No, I honestly, I think I bother him way too much. He's very polite. He's always polite to me, but I'm texting him all the time. And I even texted him once. I said, please reply stop to these text messages if you want to be removed from this text message. And he didn't reply stop. So
he's a really good guy.
He didn't even open the message. That's why he didn't reply stop.
He didn't even look at it.
So no, Mike is probably the only guy at this point that I would buy one from. I mean, if Bob Clark decided to breed his again, you know, yeah, I'd buy one from Bob, but I know he's got some. I don't think he's doing anything with them.
It's wild.
Zach said no.
No.
It's desperation sometimes, Zach. I mean, you know.
Not dead.
I got two females. I've got two females. I was supposed to
never
get a
say
male.
never because you never know whenever, you know, Joe Blow, who you like hate with a passion, buys a Cosmos and you need a Cosmos, you know.
That's bad.
Yeah.
We're like, you know, maybe we can get over this. You know, I mean, we can move beyond.
Never's a long
You
time.
pay an extra $1,000 for the snake, and we can say that we're over it. That's probably what'll happen.
Yeah.
But and I was supposed to get 3, but the male that I was supposed to buy died the day before he was shipping.
I wonder why.
That's his flag, you know. But the deal was already in motion, and I was like, "Oh, this is totally screwed." And I got the snakes, and they were the saddest shape of any snake that I've received, and they're the most expensive snakes I bought.
Where did you find this guy?
He's well known. He's very reputable in that circle.
King snake.
We'll talk about it backstage. I mean, I don't want to blast him too much, but
does he jump on pythons?
You can put it in private chat on the side, Travis.
I'm doing 2 things at once, and I have ADHD, so I'll open up the private chat and forget what the hell I was supposed to type in it.
What am I doing?
But yeah, so it's a waiting game at this point. I hope that they're pures. I sent the pictures to Mike Pinnell. He thinks that they're pure based on what he can tell. But again, like I said, all that stuff with the pattern and the color is just a rule of thumb. I mean, some people say that the dwarf worms have a very perfect triangle under the eye, but I see dwarf worms that don't have that are adults, proven. And then I see mainland berms that have a perfect triangle under the eye. So I kind of threw out. I was like, I don't think that's reliable.
Travis,
I caught that pet zebra in Tennessee.
What?
There's a zebra on the loose in Tennessee. It was a pet.
They got him.
Oh, that's news to me.
James, is that yours?
Zeke. Zeke or Zach?
No, but it can come over this way.
Dude, the thing's like flying around on a helicopter.
Zeke the zebra.
Oh my gosh.
He's not on the loose anymore.
It's fucking Marty.
Fucking zebra. I know. No, I've been watching it all week. There was like
back to Madagascar. They're flying him back to Madagascar.
He's like swinging around. He's just like chilling.
Yeah, that zebra's so high right now.
Probably.
Yeah, I was
He
gonna
got
say,
shot up.
literally in
Whoa.
All tranked out.
But flying,
Where am I flying right now?
They got it. Someone's zebra. Oh, crap. Dude, I'm having like an early year, man. They were like, clutches were coming out day by day by day. It's
Early
crazy.
year, you only have 2 clutches in the incubator.
No, I got 15.
Yes.
No,
16.
16 today.
I've already sold 3 clutches this year, man. Like I was surprised. Like I usually haven't even had my first clutch by now, and
I usually do about 20 clutches. I think this year it's going to be 26, 27.
Oh wow, you got that many more yet? Nice.
Yeah, I got 2 girls right behind me, and then the rest are over in that rack.
Sweet.
I got 2
how many do you have right now?
What's that?
I just pulled clutch 7 for the ball pythons, and I've got the one clutch of 30 freaking carpet pythons.
Wow.
I've got at least 2 more of my carpet pythons are going to go, and I'm expecting more than 20 more ball pythons. Like usually, I haven't pulled my first clutch by this time of year.
Are you doing some diamond jungles?
That was me. That was me. And this year I've had 6 already, but then everything I have in the rack but 1 hasn't really even been building follicles yet.
Oh wow.
None of mine are building follicles. Everybody's at 10 millimeters.
Jeez.
So the one that I got that I pulled, she was to a caramel zebra jag, 75% jungle, to a my jungle diamond girl. So
yeah,
there'll be like some nice, cool low percent jungle diamond combo stuff. Real high jungle percent though, so it should be nice and yellow bright combos. And then I paired that same male to my WoW line female. I'm pretty sure my WoW line girl is going to go. And then my IJ is definitely going to go. She's from a 5th gen Nick Mutton production male, so those will make 6th gen IJs, which look really nice. What's that?
Are they real orange and red?
Yeah, dude, freaking yellow, dude, yellow and caramels, and it's like some crazy colors. And then just some low hypo percentage bred lie. At least one of those girls is going to go for my carpets for this season.
How big are your adult bred lies?
I have one girl who's about 6.5 feet, and she's about 5.5 years old. And then my big girl, she's like at least 9.5 feet, and she's like 12 years old. But like she came to me, she's one of the ones. She came to me, fed weekly. They were feeding her extra larges every week. She would take them. Like she was big.
She had those
rolls. That's the one you put on a diet, isn't it?
Yeah, well, 2 of them. The one that dropped 32 eggs for me, 30 good ones. I put her on a diet. She don't need a diet no more. After she dropped 32 eggs, she's a rail. I'm putting it on her now.
Yeah, right.
And then, both of those girls, I got them around the same time, and I literally fed both of those girls, I think 5 times last year.
I've heard stories of bred like getting like 10 foot, and I'm like, wow, that's nuts. I mean, the head like this, like
dude, her head. Oh God, like I pray that she never bites me. She's never struck at me. Like she's one of those ones. She doesn't really like to be held, but she's a runner. As soon as you touch her, she's like, "Fuck this, I'm out." And I'm like, "Cool." I like it when they run. I'd rather them run.
Don't come back at me.
No, I have one that just like
stop running. I'm like. You mess with them. It's like you feel the wind off your nose. Like
pulling that emerald out tonight, I was like, okay, let's do this very gently. Let's just soak very cool. This is calm. This is good. We're friends. Wait for her to turn around.
I am a tree.
It's amazing. I mean, she's only like 3 foot long, but the head on that thing is like the size of my adult Dumerals boa, my 7 foot Dumerals female. The head size, that's the size of the head of this emerald, and she's only like 3 foot long. I'm like, this is insane. It's the first emerald I've ever owned, so it's all new.
Yeah, I went and looked at it. I was at Marshall's house, and he was showing us around.
2%.
They can't close their mouth because their teeth are so big sometimes. Like they're literally like their mouth are just slightly open, and it's because their teeth are so big they can't even freaking close them all the way.
Their scientific name is what? Canine? Caninus or something? It's canine.
Yep.
Like that's their
actually That was one of my first. That was one of my first snakes in Brazil. And that's on my email. I still have it. Like a lot of my usernames is K9.
That is sweet.
I love
Your social
animals.
security number.
Can you hear us, Sammy?
Almost
What was
got
that password again?
7-2.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
good.
I was in my snake. I was in the snake room, checking out some snakes, and then one of them came out of the egg.
What'd you get?
Oh,
I did. The female was a orange ream Enchi fire clown to a leopard yellow belly red stripe clown.
Ooh.
So is that the one? Is that the one that you sent on the group?
What happened?
Is that the one that you sent on the group, the video, or no?
Yeah.
Beautiful clutch.
Yeah, I seen a bunch of clowns.
I want to see him out.
Not a pied, Sammy. Not a pied.
Visual clowns are visual clowns.
Yeah.
I did a lot.
I said I noticed it was all clowns.
Yeah, I did all visuals, most of all visuals this year. Except I did the MJ to that the pies. I think one took, the other one didn't take.
What?
But the other one's in the back with a nest. I'm waiting for her to lay her freaking eggs. She's big.
What, the other pie?
Yeah, the other two pies.
Nice. Was it
The
the
one
normal
that we
pie?
had, the one that wasn't eating last year?
Right.
I got
Was it the black pastel pie?
Well, yeah. The
Sweet.
two pies you sent me, I put the MJ to them, but I only took, I
Right.
think only one took.
Do you know exactly which one it was, though, that took?
The bigger one. The one she eats smaller rats, but she'll eat two.
I don't remember if that was the black pastel or not, but that's sweet either way. Get some pies, hats on the ground, yeah.
Yeah. So I put the MJ to her. So, and then the other one that gave me the babies last year, I put a good mail to her, but she gave me 4 eggs and 2 went bad already. Yeah. So.
It's all right. It happens.
Yeah.
Any heartbreaks this week? My Hypo Super Hurricane Hat Rainbow just reabsorbed this week, man. At 35, she was. I never had a female reabsorbing.
Super Hurricane Hypo.
And the male is the same. So I was expecting everything to be Super Hurricane Hypo and have a couple of rainbows in there.
Oh, wow, that would have been a nuts.
No, when I saw that she was looking for food, I said, "Are you kidding me?" And then I ultrasound her.
Is that an Amos snake?
That was Palumbo's.
Palumbo.
That's where Amos got his.
Yeah, it's a Palumbo production for sure.
Yeah, I freaking man. I could never get it because I've never seen them in person, and I'm like, it's a fucking candy. It's like, quit showing me them candies. And then I was at Amos's house, and he's got the Hypo Rainbow Hurricane something. I don't know. It's insane. It's different.
The good thing about the Hurricane with the rainbow is because it gets really dark, so you see a lot of contrast that it loses with when they grow up.
Yeah.
So but that was my heartbreak of the week.
That sucks.
Yeah. Well, for the second year in a row, my Odie Yellow Belly Leopard Clown Girl ain't gonna go.
Shit.
I had the Confusion Head Clown, for 2 years. That was a pair.
But she's reabsorbing or not going?
Reabsorb. Last year she didn't go. This year she got up to like 15 mil and didn't go any farther.
Can we stop saying reabsorb whilst I'm in my snake room, please? Because it's
quick, light some candles, turn down the lights, Tyler. Play some fancy music.
Dude.
No, so speaking of that, are there any tricks? Is there anything you can do to get your females to start developing follicles? Or is that just
slam them with food at a faster rate of speed, as much as they'll possibly take? Do it for about 2 months straight, and then just quit feeding them.
Okay. So I've been doing that. So I haven't quit feeding them yet. So
I would
quit feeding
I would fast like a month or 2 weeks before I gut load them, though. I'd fast them a little bit first before you overfeed to kind of trigger that like slow down dormant period, and then hit them hard with the food. Sometimes that helps.
But like, I mean, he said he's got some that are sitting at 10. That's what I'll do. Like if they're sitting there just kind of hovering and they're stalling out, sometimes you feed them a little faster and then just shut them down. Like I swear I've fed girls through. Like I've tried just steady feeding, and just never shut them down. You get them like they'll start looking at it like they don't know if they want to eat it, and you push the situation trying to get them to eat it, and you're like, come on, and so you like get them to eat it. And I've ended up having a lot of those girls end up go on to reabsorbing, and I'm like, you know, since like this year, I started cutting them all off, and like I've had much higher go rate. My go percentage has gone way back up.
I was gonna say pair it too, depending on how they how long they are. But I have a Volta female. She's a 6-footer, and she's 6,000 grams. Her head is like
a blood python.
That's 4 times the size of my Tara Hamarum boa.
So she was not eating for a while, like 3 or 4 months. So I was like, I'm just gonna pair with this random male just to get her going. So it worked, and she freaking got gravid.
Like a switch.
No, and she got gravid like with one pair, like with one pairing. So now like that's not the male that I would like to go with her. So like we'll see what we can have. I've seen as many as 19 eggs from Volta. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're all sitting at 10 millimeters around there, and they're slamming food. Medium rats. You know, I got one that's almost 3,000 grams.
Damn.
So,
I've seen with different species, sometimes larger meals will trigger them. So like maybe like Zach's saying, dump a bunch of food into them instead of saying if she eats one medium, instead of feeding her medium, throw a fucking large in there or something. Give her a big meal. Sometimes that'll trick them to go. And I know nobody likes to feed large meals, but with certain species, that's what
larger meal or a second meal that you don't normally give.
Yeah.
Okay. I just hit everything last week with a big meal, and it was 2 weeks ago, and then shit did kick on pretty hard. Like I ultrasounded last week, and it looks pretty freaking.
Yeah, that'll take some of your like 15 millimeter girls to 25 in like 3 weeks, and you'll be like, you ultrasound them again, you're like, oh holy crap, I gotta get another pairing in.
Dude,
I mean, one big meal can do that.
I fed a leopard spot nose pinstripe desert ghost girl. She was 17. I mean, I fed her a large rat. She's a big girl. Maybe, probably close to an extra large by weight. And 3 weeks later, she was at 28 millimeters and got a final lock.
For sure. Like even like a 2,000 gram or a 2,500 gram female, like they'll take a large rat. Like they can handle it big time easily.
Tyler, send me a large rat.
Okay. Deal.
I got a whole freezer full of mediums, so I can give her. I mean, she is. I feed her on Friday, and then Sunday she's at the front of the tub again.
Yeah.
You know,
give her like a medium and a small.
Give her 2 mediums.
Fuck it, give her a rabbit. You know, I'll ship you a rabbit.
Neighbors have a little foo-foo dog. You could do that, and that would be a good cycle meal.
No, I have a female that she won't take anything larger than a wean, and she's adult, but she kills it. She kills it, and she doesn't eat it. Like every time, if I put something that is like a little bit larger, she just kills it, and she doesn't eat it. Or she tries to eat it, and you can see that she started.
Hell yeah, it's all slimy. Yeah, she just don't want it. Yeah.
Poor girl.
Do any of you guys have mouser adult females?
I have one, man. I was just gonna say that I have one pain ass mouser. She'll eat like
I got soft furs.
Dude,
just give it.
Sold.
Fucking
sold.
Dude, she's
so
nice.
You're not even gonna make it 1,000 grams right here.
Like, bro, I feed her like 8 mice a fucking week, and then, but when she's building, once she gets 11 millimeters, she'll eat anything. Anything. She'll eat a rat, ASF, mouse. She'll eat a fucking quail, dude. Like she doesn't give a shit.
I am just so convinced that shitty eaters produce shitty eaters. Like I will not. Yeah. Like I will not. There's no genetic that I need that bad.
I haven't done enough research on it to witness it.
Her babies have been good. They eat every single week on rats. Like I don't
And
know.
sometimes they switch, like after they lay. Like I had females like that. I had females that was the opposite. They were great eaters, like rats and everything. After they lay, it took me a year to get them out of mice. So.
Yeah. Or vice versa, I've seen too, like you said.
See, I think I was just traumatized. Like my second season, I got this banana boy, and I paired the shit out of him, and I got like 7 clutches out of him, and he was a shitty eater, and half of his clutches, like it was a morph, were shitty eaters. I've never assist fed so many snakes. Like literally, I've never in all the years I've done this combined, I have not assist fed as many snakes as I assist fed that year. I sold his ass, and I was like, I will not breed shitty feeders anymore.
The Herp and Harbin swear by it with the hog nose, and Shane at Small Town Exotics restarted his whole hog nose program because of bad eaters.
So I just did this weekend. Have you guys ever tried chicken broth? Dipping your ASFs, your rats in chicken broth?
No,
so I have several. So last November, all my snakes went off of food at the same time. There was a big blizzard. My whole entire collection, balls, Angolans, everything quit eating, except for my one hybrid. Everybody came back on a few months later, except for I've got about 5 snakes that have just stayed like very, very shitty eaters ever since, like maybe one meal a month. And so I've been trying to figure out different ways to get them to eat, trying vanilla extract and standing on my head and all kinds of stuff. So I was like, well, I used to raise catfish for aquaponics, and the big thing with catfish is amino acids. I mean, you put, a little bit of chicken broth in the water, and they just go into a feeding frenzy. And so I had that in the back of my head, but I didn't really think too much of it. And so I started looking up, using AI to find out like what would entice a ball python or python to eat. And it came up with like a list of amino acids. So that makes sense. Raphael, you can probably expand on this. And so then I asked the AI, what off-the-shelf item can I use that's edible that has all these amino acids? Lo and behold, chicken broth. So I got a bowl of chicken broth. I put it in the snake room a few hours before I fed on Fuzzy Friend Friday. The fan blowing on it, and I took a medicine dropper. And I got frozen thawed, and I put a little bit of chicken broth in each bag as I sous vide my rats, and everybody fucking ate like a monster.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, I have one boy. He's a great breeder, but once he gets in the breeding mode, he doesn't eat at all, and he won't even eat. He won't eat a live mouse. He won't eat a live ASF that's mouse sized. Nothing. I took a live ASF and dumped it in the chicken broth and put it in there. And
do you ever just try to feed chicks?
It's a smell too. So like they go, like sometimes they get tired. That's why I rotate what they eat, because they get tired of it too. Like some of them will get tired of eating the same thing. It doesn't matter if you feed ASF only, mice only. Eventually, some of them will get tired of it. So,
any special brand?
Say it again.
Any special brand
of chicken?
Oh, it's just the Kirkland organic chicken broth that I already had. So when it came up, I was like, "Fuck, I've got that in the pantry."
Yeah, no, I never heard that. I heard the vanilla.
Yeah,
the vanilla usually works on babies.
So I tried the vanilla.
Old chickens.
I did a little research. So vanilla extract used to be made with beaver castoreum, which is from the scent glands of a beaver.
Someone's farting.
And so I went and bought some beaver castoreum. I went and bought some beaver castoreum from a hunting and trapping supply place, and I put that in the snake room. I didn't put it on anything directly because I don't know what else is in it, and I don't want to make my snakes sick and stuff like that. But like Chris just said, all my hatchlings, all my juveniles
like to eat beaver ass.
They all really, really went after it, but it didn't seem to have an effect on the adults. So
how often do you guys replace your bedding, your cocoa, or whatever you guys are using? Because that worked for me for a long
anytime they
time.
take big shits.
Yeah, I use newspaper. I use that. I'm pretty.
After I start replacing the entire bedding every shed, I have had like very little snakes that are not eating. Like, and I like throughout the years I had less respiratory infections because if you think about it, they're peeing and they're defecating on that bedding, and you're just replacing some, and if you give a good scrub, like replace the cocoa every time they shed. I mean, I've been having a lot of success, and the feeling of having them like on a new bedding, like the just fresh cocoa, is just amazing. And now I have a whole pallet of it.
That's always what I've done. That's what I've done since the beginning. But actually, Jamie made my poopy tags. I just put a little poop tag on the ones that shed. On deep clean day, we go through deep clean everything with a poop tag on it, and freaking they get fresh bedding. The rest of the time, you just spot clean once a week.
Yeah.
Poopy tags.
I'll have to get some from you, Jamie.
I gotta get some more hides.
Breeding tags.
I need some more poopy tags. Like I ordered 20. I was like, that'll be enough. And it's like, oh my god, like something I had one time there was like 32 of them shed.
Egg watch tags. I got all kinds of tags.
Nice.
I'll reach out to you. That's pretty cool.
Carla has them up on her
Those
Etsy
tags are
store,
great.
but if you guys order again, just get a hold of me on Instagram or whatever.
You guys have an Etsy store?
Yeah, Carl set up an Etsy store. It's under Graceful Python and Prince, I think. Oh no, or Graceful Creations because he couldn't change it. But yeah, that's what we're under.
Yeah, I've got me a whole orange set: orange hides, orange poopy tags, orange egg tags.
Just do what I do. I don't order. I just call and say, "This is what I need. Give me 20 of them."
That's it.
Sammy sent
I'm
the
having
money
him
first.
figure out how to do the magnets for logo stuff to stick on the refrigerator, and then once we figure out those magnets, then it'll be easy to do all the other stuff Holly wants me to do. That's super complicated.
Do you have pink poopy tags, Sammy? Yes.
Everything's pink.
I got a special pink that's for Sammy. Nobody else uses that pink.
I got pink highs, pink trays, and
he's getting
pink tags,
cup holders right now, water cup holders.
The only thing I got different is everything is blue in my room. I put blue tapes on the. I even
Blue and pink is nice together.
If you put blue, I put one of the eggs was leaking. I put blue tape on it. One of the things that has this time. I cut them.
You probably pulled it off the rack, like, oh, here you go.
Oh, it's leaking. Quick.
Yep. Give me some blue tape. Give me the 3-inch one.
Wrap it around.
3-inch.
Damn blue tape. Oh.
Man, too bad it wasn't 4-inch, huh, Chris?
Yeah.
Every inch matters. Yeah.
1 inch.
Actually, I got 4-inch tape from Amazon. You can get like white masking tape, 4-inch at Amazon.
Holy shit!
I've seen the video.
You get pink index cards.
I got that too.
All right.
We have storms right on top of us. That's what I've been watching.
Oh shoot!
It's raining here too. It's pouring out.
Yeah, we're getting rain.
It was nice out, and then it just started pouring. It just came out of nowhere.
It keeps going in and out here.
Yeah.
That means it's time to pair snakes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here in Georgia,
my boas won't ever have babies for me. This is the second year in a row I ain't got no boa babies. Like this year, I've got them down to 70 I got them down to 70 every night for 3 months. I starved them for 3 months. I left the boy in there the whole damn time. I still didn't get no babies.
Dude, I'm hoping my black milk lay. I don't know. I don't know if I cooled them long enough.
But she's 6 now. Like I waited until she's 5. Oh, sorry.
This is why you just breed ball pythons.
No, Tyler, stop it.
Dude, I'll have some pets, but I mean, if you're telling me to cool some bullshit for 3 weeks and then heat it back up,
it's so easy. You just stick them in a tub and set them and forget them. For like 3 months.
I got to breed different stuff, Tyler, because I got to reinvest in the ball pythons.
I love boas. I just don't have the space.
If I can't get this down, I'll never be able to get my freaking diamonds. You got to get them down to like 40 every night and then up to 80 every day.
Really?
Hey, Zach, come up to East Idaho. All the houses here have cold rooms. in the basement. He gets down into the 40s in the winter. My cold room right now is 56 degrees. My Sanzinia are going to go in there to cool off in the winter.
Yeah, I'm freaking out because it's like I'm in Texas. It's like I can put them outside and they might not. They're still might not get down into the 40s for 3 months of the year.
What's that? What bloodlines you got, Zach? Are they pure diamond?
So I've got one male right now. I'm still waiting to pick up a female from. He's doing a repeat pairing on it, but it's an F2 veil line, and really, really nice, super tight.
Chris, show us your shirt.
Crap, what's his name? Not Ryan.
Got that Diddy oil, baby.
Always
Diddy
forget.
Johnson.
Gosh, that's
David
hilarious.
Kelly. Yeah, David Kelly. I got mine from David Kelly.
Okay.
And
No,
then
we
I've got
don't
a bunch of jungle
We don't want
diamonds.
to see the back. The crack on the baby oil.
Got that drip.
Travis, are you raising up westerns or easterns?
I got. I have 2 westerns. All right, I'm sorry. I have 3 westerns. I have 2 males and a female.
Oh wow, very nice. Are they? How long have you had? Are they babies still?
Yeah, they're sub 200 grams.
Okay, right. Are you familiar with crap? I can't think of his name now. Roger from I can't think of. He's got a couple of them. I'm drawing a blank now.
No, I
think they're
know Bill
westerns,
Hughes.
too.
I got 2 of them from Ian Bissell at S&J Reptiles. I highly recommend that guy. He's super sharp and very much type A about his snakes. He actually made me nervous because after I got him, he kept texting me, "How are they doing? What are you doing with them? Are you taking care of them?" I was like, "Fuck, if I'm not doing this right, he might not ever send me another snake."
Yeah,
He's like, "Send me pictures. I want to know what's going on."
Drive over here and get them back. Like,
dude, they're fucking special, man.
Yeah, and then I got a male at Tinley from Dylan Hain, I think it's Cold Blooded Exotics or Cold Blooded Creations or something like that. He was vending at Tinley. And I was trying, one of the main reasons I went to Tinley was to get a 1.1 from him. And I was there, I was looking for him Friday, had the VIP pass, and I was like, where is he? And, everybody's like, oh, I think he's setting up over there, and he wasn't there yet. And then I talked with, and I forget the kid's name, tall, skinny kid, does tons and tons of big colubrids. He was vending kind of in the back. He had probably had, I don't know, 5 tables.
Guys,
He had some
I hate to interrupt, but our tornado sirens is going off.
Oh gosh.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
good.
I hear it. I gotta go.
That's why I'm not moving to Oklahoma.
Woo, bye.
Yeah.
Holly.
Good luck.
Love you.
Good luck.
Bye.
Safe.
Thank you,
Be
everybody.
safe.
for showing up.
See you later,
Yes.
Holly. Be safe.
Thanks.
So I couldn't find him on Friday, and turns out he got there late Friday night and was setting up Friday night. And so first thing Saturday, I beelined to his table, and he'd already sold at 1.1, and he only had a male left. And I was like, son of. So I just bought the male because they're all hard to come by.
Yeah.
And a lot of the guys say, like ball pythons, you have one male to, I don't know, 3, 4 females or however you want. A lot of guys that are in the Sanzinia say you really need equal numbers, male to female.
Or a reverse trio is recommended.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I'll pick up the male. And so I've got the 2.1 and looking for another female. But one of the males that I've got, so with the Sanzinia and like in the Burms and the Angolans, I want to breed for best eaters, for best vigor and all that stuff. And one male, they all eat, but one male will only eat live. And so I'm like, I might call him from the program, not call him, but
Yeah.
but the other 2 they're paying. So
I'm just gonna kill this.
I only fly. Goodbye.
3K out the door.
I might sell him off to somebody that's fine with that. But as far as my breeding, what I want to do, I want the Sanzinia to eat anything that gets even close. So, and they're doing good. They all eat. I mean, he eats the one that only eats live. He eats live, like he means business. So he's still good in that respect. But they're doing good. I love them. They're cool snakes.
The breeder, it's a gray family snakes. His name's
Graceful
Roger.
Pythons.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got a pair or what he's got, but I know he's got the Cinzinnias, and I'm pretty sure it's the Westerns. But if you're looking to talk to somebody, definitely hit him up. He's always looking to talk to him, refer
Okay, yeah, I'm
bloodlines and
familiar
all
with
that
them.
stuff. Yeah, good
Yeah.
people, very good people.
Yeah, Bill Hughes, I've talked to a little bit. He's kind of like the, I don't know, you want to call him the grandfather of Sanzinia in the United States. And then there's Gold Coast Exotics. Say again?
GS, Gary Chavino out of Jersey. He gets his hands on a few. I don't think he breeds them, but he brokers for some guys.
Yeah, okay. He does some videos, right?
Yeah, Gary. Yeah, Gary's a good dude. He's in Jersey. He's kind of local to me. He's a straight up. He's a good guy.
Yeah, I like his videos actually. I've seen him, but I haven't talked with him. I talked with Bill Hughes a little, Ian quite a bit, through the process of buying the Sanzinia, and then Chad, and I forget his last name, out of Gold Coast Exotics. I believe he had both Eastern and Westerns at one point. And I don't know if he's got any Easterns anymore, but he was a good resource, very knowledgeable guy. So
nice.
Yeah, they're fun and they're bulletproof. The challenge with them is that it's hard to breed them because you got to cool them off just so and everything else. But I've got a cool room, so hopefully we'll see.
Definitely on the bucket list for sure.
So for you guys, Chris and Tyler, that you have bigger rodent facilities, do you guys have air conditioning, or you don't have to, just force ventilation?
Got that.
I have AC, but my rodent facility wasn't meant to be a rodent facility. Like, it's just a manufacturing building, so it was. It had 40 employees, like they just built shit. So they had I think there's 2 roof AC units and like all that fun stuff. We don't really use it. We just, at least so far we haven't, because it's been relatively cold. It's just starting to heat up like a lot now.
So it's going to be your first summer?
Yeah, first summer in this building. But we got, a ton of fans in there right now. We're buying a ton more. It's just moving air. Again, the closer they are to the fans, like just on one line, I have multiple rows, and I have like fans at the end of each row. And then the last rack in that row, the farthest from the fan compared to the one that's the closest, there's like a decent difference in temperature and heat. So we're like gonna start doubling up fans per row and stuff like that when it gets warmer out. But when we were doing original designs for our rodent facility, that was going to be on our property, fully geared out to be a specific rodent facility, we did not have AC. We just white roof, light colored building, and a ton of air movement to keep it, as cool as possible.
Yeah, I come from the chicken business, like, since I graduated and everything. So it's all forced ventilation. It's a wind tunnel basically, right? So what I've seen at Justin, he does like forced ventilation too, which makes more sense. But my building's too small. Like it's all insulated, everything, like drywall, everything, but it's a 10 by 20.
Okay. So
I'm using air conditioning because like I cannot, it's not long enough to get like a powerful exhaust fan. And so that's why I still have the exhaust on one side, but it's not enough to not have air conditioning in there.
Yeah. Ooh, Chris, if either of you need like some crazy big agricultural fans for a nice rodent facility, let me know.
I'm just looking into them. I need one. Yes.
I think
switch up.
So
my rodent building, like I'm not doing rodents anymore in it, but it's 12 by 24, and I've got air conditioning, but I've also got ventilation. I installed 6 vents, 3 on one side, 3 on the other side that line up with the rack, high, medium, low. And then I've got one big fan on the other side of the room that exhausts. And so when it intakes, it opens flat. What they are is they're dryer vent flaps on the inside. Yep. They're metal dryer vent flaps. So when it pulls, it opens them. whenever it's off, it closes, so none of the rats can get out through there. And so it'll open it up and suck air right across the racks. And I have that set up to run 4 times a day just to cycle all the ammonia out of there. Yep. And that made a world of difference in there. Like, I mean, freaking no more eyes burning and throat burning. And
have you guys ever looked at using those whole house fans? Like the Quiet Cool, you can get them on Amazon. I put one in my house in California, a 3,000 square foot house. It goes up in the attic, but you've got a vent on the ceiling. Same thing, louvered vent. You know, you got a dial. You can adjust it. You can do Wi-Fi, do whatever the hell you want, and that's a
lot of old houses up north have those and shit.
Yeah,
where
they're big in California because
turn that bad boy on.
Yeah, it's too expensive to run your air conditioning in California. But that thing works amazing. I'm going to put one in this house if we stay here. 5 minutes, the house is cool. But I figure, if you're doing an air exchange, in a rodent shack or room or whatever, that would be pretty perfect because, they're very high CFM, but they're a small footprint, and you can use a tube. They come with a great big huge long, flexible duct and a vent, so you can position it almost anywhere.
They do, and they move some serious air too. I mean, you feel it when that thing's on.
I just got a air scrubber to try to reduce a little bit of the dust too, because it's insane. So I bought the air scrubber, and I'm gonna put the like that hose getting out of the window, just trying to get some of the smell. It has like a carbon filter as well. Yeah. So let's see how it's gonna go. It's probably gonna be 1 filter per week on that thing, but too much dust.
I got I have to install an air exchange system in my reptile facility because nobody told me. I'm not a builder, and so I was my own GC when I did this. And so I got it all spray foamed and everything, spare no expense. No one told me I had to vent the building itself. And so the air quality in there, shit. I started getting headaches after being in there for 30 minutes and stuff. And I'm like, man, what the fuck? And I was talking to my buddy who builds houses for a living. And it took him 5 seconds to tell me I was a dumbass. And so now I've got to get some sort of an air exchange. I was like, in my mind, logic says you don't want air exchange. I don't want air from outside. I want to keep all this good air conditioning in here. And he's like, no, dumbass. You have to exchange your air with outside.
You're having carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah. Pneumonia.
Well, I noticed I started getting a little bit of mold growth and stuff in the corners and stuff. I mean, I've got exterior paint. You can just wipe it
Zach
right
likes
off.
to smell his own farts.
and he's gone.
It's my favorite part is he just comes in and says the most random shit ever and then fucking leaves.
Mic drop. No, yeah, well, that's I ran into the same issue, Zach, with my snake room. This room down in the basement, it's sealed. But I did cut some ventilation holes in the door.
Yeah, it seems freaking. I've either got to basically just jab a hole in the wall and plug in a fart fan, basically, or I've got to put in a nice air exchange system. But if I do the air exchange system, I put in a drop ceiling and everything. Well, that means I've got to cut access in there. I'm basically going to have to make some attic access and have someone get up in there and freaking run it and everything to do it the right way. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just going to fart fan on a timer. Sounds really easy.
Yeah, get one of those whole house fans. They got Wi-Fi. They got timers. You can adjust the CFM. You can have it, turn on for 4 hours or whatever. And
ramp it up, ramp it down. Those ECM motors are nuts.
Well, that AC Infinity has something too.
That's what I use on my rat.
Yeah, and it's got a smart controller.
Stuff it's got the smart controller. I can turn it on from the house and stuff.
Yep.
I had it hooked up where I could freaking do the temperature stuff on it. So mine would come on hourly, but then it would also, if the temperature alarmed, it would kick on full speed. If my air conditioner went out, that was my backup. That thing would kick on full blast. I mean, it's not going to save them forever, but it'd buy you an extra hour or two.
Yeah, I got the I got the weed growing lights in my enclosure, and they have like a sunset and sunrise. It just dims up and dims out. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Plus, you could grow weed in there.
Nobody's done a study on growing cannabis in a snake enclosure and the effects it might have on clutch size. And
Plenty of oxygen.
Start a study.
That's right. Give your snakes CBD and see how they do.
They're all
Like
chilled.
when they took the beehives and they put them in the freaking weed tent and they made them make weed honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So that's why you're having so many clutches. They're like, yeah, man, take the eggs.
Yeah.
Like my snakes eat really good. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
They're always hungry.
They always have the munchies.
That's what's in the Da Vinci boa.
Oh my goodness.
CBD.
I'm gonna try that. Not on me, on the snakes.
Guys, we're about 20 minutes over. Then
what's a bedtime?
Yeah, man, I got so
Holly left. I'm leaving
tonight.
Gotta go.
You got rats to clean yet?
Yeah, those tornado sirens went off right at 7:30, didn't they?
What?
Or 7:30 my time.
Oh, I mean.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump off too because my boss just texted me and asked me what the hell I was doing. So
not working.
We can't use it on YouTube. No,
I'm not on vacation. I'm home. I'm home unsupervised. I'm about to like just rip all this off and play video games naked.
All right, we gotta go.
So jealous.
Well, thanks guys for hopping on, and we'll be on next week with another interview.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Good night.
See you guys. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Good to see you.